Let's discuss again this A score model. This model has three dimensions or groups: defects, mistakes, and symptoms of failure. These groups are further subgrouped, enumerating areas. Negative aspects like high gearing, chief executive is an autocrat, etc. Score shall be marked by management for each such area, negative aspect, and then all such score shall be added. If total score arrived is more than 25, then the company is likely to fail. Hence, there is a cause for concern and corrective measure need to be applied. Now, dimensions of Argent's A score model. So there are three dimensions: defects, mistakes, and symptoms of failure. Defects has two parts like management defects and accounting defects. So now defects include management weakness such as faulty organizational structure and autocratic chief executive, chairman is the CEO of company, etc., and accounting deficiencies such as lack of budgetary control, costing system, etc. Mistakes will occur over time as a result of defects. Defects and mistakes are interconnected. This line is very important. Defects and mistakes are interconnected. For illustration, if the management and accounting system is weak, the mistakes are bound to happen. Mistakes includes high gearing, over trading, of failure of a big project, etc. Symptom of failure surely be there if mistakes identified above are of continuing nature. Eventually, these symptoms become visible. Symptoms of failure can be something like deteriorating ratios or creative accounting. In addition to the total score, the scores of three groups are also reviewed and evaluated to appraise the more about the performance, as group score are capable to reveal root cause that in turn make choice of corrective measure easily. For example, a high score is in mistakes made will reveal poor management. So, what is the way? Calculation of A score, areas, and score. So, source of problem are three. We know it's defect, management mistakes, symptoms of troubles. So, defects, mistakes, and symptoms of troubles. Now comes first group A, defects. What are the observed variables? मैनेजमेंट डिफेक्ट्स होते हैं चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव इज़ एन ऑटोक्रेट. अगर चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव एक ऑटोक्रेट है तो उसका स्कोर 8 हो जाएगा. चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑल्सो होल्ड्स पोजिशन ऑफ चेयरमैन फॉर पैसिव बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर. 2, unbalanced board of director not representing all business function or dominated by directors whose background is in the same business function. Weak finance director, lack of management in depth, poor response to change, old fashioned product or services, obsolete production facilities, out of date marketing methods, old directors. Accounting defects, no budgets or budgetary control, no cash flow forecasts or not up to date, no costing system, cost and contribution of each product or service are not known. So the subtotal is 43. This figure is really very important, 43, because 43 जो है मैक्सिमम फिगर हो सकता है डिफेक्ट्स का, यहाँ पे दिया गया है. And group B, if we take management's mistakes, so it is high gearing, inability to serve debt, overtrading company, expanding faster than funding, capital base too small for level of activity, or capital base unbalanced for type and nature of its business, big project that has gone wrong, any obligation that the company will be unable to meet if something goes wrong. Subtotal is 45. Group C, symptoms of trouble. तो फाइनेंशियल analysis appears to indicate failure of difficulties. For example, poor Z score. Creative accounting, for example, gaming, misrepresentation. Then any non-financial signs of problems, uncleansed and untidy offices and factory, high staff turnover, low morale, rumors, and so on. Total is 12. So 43, 45, and 12. Sub grand total is 100. This is calculation of A score areas and score. So basically, this is the way we calculate A score. Now how we interpret the A score. And so interpretation of A score, the maximum score allotted is 100, being 43 for group A, 45 for group B, and 12 for group C. For a firm to be cleared as healthy, its overall score must be less than the maximum acceptable score of 25, with 10 and 15 being the maximum acceptable scores in group A defects and group B mistakes respectively. If a firm scores anything in group C, this is immediately seen as an indicator that the firm is at risk. A firm that scores more than 25 overall, even if it scores below the individual thresholds in either of group A, that is 10, and group B, that is 15, would still be considered at risk. For example, if we see, this is a model, Argente's A model, and interpretation thereof. So serial number, defects, mistakes, symptoms of trouble, overall score, and remarks. So firm number first, we can see there are 10 defects, 15 mistakes, symptom of trouble is 0, overall score is 25. So remark says that the firm is healthy. In firm number 2, we see 2 defects, 15 mistakes, and symptom of trouble is 0. Total overall score is 17, so the firm is healthy. In firm number 3, 10, 15, 4, 29. This is 29 though, but there are symptoms of trouble. So it is said that even a single symptom of trouble is there, the firm be risky. So this firm is risky. Fourth, defects are 0, mistakes are 0. So we can say this firm must be healthier, but you see symptom of trouble is 4. So still there is a 0 defect, 0 mistakes, but symptom of trouble is 4. So the firm again is risky. It's not a healthy firm, it's a risky firm. Firm number 5 is 15 defects, that is more than 10, acceptable maximum acceptable level 10. So this firm is again risky, though mistakes are 0, symptom of trouble is 0 as well, but 15 is greater than 10, that's why this is risky. So in the 6th form, we can see defects are 0, symptom of trouble are 0 as well, but the mistakes are more than 15, that is 30. So overall score is 30 and the firm is risky.